Why would you play that when there is nothing to bonk on screen? Bam bam. Hello. Hello, hello. Hello. Wait, can you hear me? Now I'm like always so paranoid that I'm actually, oh, all right, there we go. Now I've been properly bonked. I'm always so paranoid that my microphone is off. It's really ironic, I think, that whenever I remember to check if my microphone is off, it's not off. And whenever I forget to check if my microphone is off, it is off. Because nobody loves me and people want me to suffer. People, namely... Sorry, I'm trying to fix this. Namely, the people in this chat. Fully audible. Beautiful. Hi, Lev. Hi, Seek. Good morning. Hi, Vanny. Hi, Spectral. Hi, hi. Oh my gosh, Sucho, are you in the YouTube chat also? Did you chat first? That's so funny. I finally was able to figure out how to get my comment manager thing. How to get my comment manager app to show the YouTube and Twitch chats separately, because something that was happening for like a really long time, something that was happening is that like they would be joined together, and because like the YouTube chats would be kind of far apart, I would sometimes miss them. So I'm glad I can see them better now. Yoo-hoo! 2 good mornings must be my birthday. I'm gonna take that seriously. Happy birthday! Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, happy birthday, Seek. Bing, bing. Oh, shit. I forgot to post in the... I forgot to post in the Discord. I need to do that. How do I do this? How do I do this? Why is my... Okay. Alright, I'm being tomatoed. Great. Beautiful. Okay. Copy and pasting this everywhere. I feel like there's gotta be an easier way to do this, but I don't know what that is. There's gotta be an easier way to do this, but I don't know what that is, so we're just doing this manually because... Yeah, that's all I know how to do. Okay, I think that's everything. I'm still pure, but no Hapii? Why no Hapii? Okay, so now we are deleting Discord from the universe so that my computer doesn't try to kill me. End task. Die, Discord. Die. Okay. In the meantime, I find it very funny how the model always starts lagging whenever someone redeems the... whenever someone redeems head pads. I don't know why. I think it's probably because it has to load the thing? I don't know. I was like, is loading the Is loading it that difficult, you know? I don't know, maybe it is. Oh. I don't think Kit Kat is here to say it's not their birthday. Get Oshi a new laptop confirmed. I mean, I would love a new laptop. That would be great. For me. Personally. Okay. Let me just go through. I'm just slowly going through my bookmarks because I remember Yes. I had a thing. I had a thing that I wanted to add. Oh! Oh my goodness. Thank you for following! Thank you for following. Oh my gosh. Wait, did the sound not go off? Or did it just not go off for me? It should go off. Okay, well, someone's gonna have to tell me if the sound went off and if the alert thing went, because I don't know. I bet if you made a Ko-Fi to fund for a new laptop, the community would get you one. Oh, it's the first normal follower name in a while. That's true. Wait, okay, let me see. The Lily Fizzy Wizzy. Thank you for following. Thank you for following. I didn't hear it. Okay, I didn't hear it either, so I don't know what that's about. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Oh well. I'll figure it out later at some point in life. I don't know why I did that. Why? OMG, I want a booster pack. Yeah, if you, I think it's like viewer attack, you get a booster pack every 5 streams or something like that. Okay, okay, guys, do you know what I want to set up today? I totally did not, or a desktop that's already on Ko-Fi. There's a desktop computer on, the throne. OMG, I want a booster pack. Guys, stop. Stop booster packing and sending and throwing random shit at me. But yeah, there's a desktop computer on there if you so feel like it. Just a quick one? Okay. Wait, let me turn off the music. It's early morning. Ada, ada. There you go. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, I need to download this and then start this. Okay. I need to log into Twitch. I'm trying to figure out this thing. I'm very excited about this. I'm trying to figure out this way to add text to my model so that I hate having to authenticate things, so that there's like gonna be text on the model that'll like move around and stuff. It'll be great. Why is nothing working for me? Anyways, guys, I need you to ask me questions so that I have things to talk about. Ask me questions so I have things to talk about. Oh my gosh. Okay. Why did it not work? Okay, there we go. Now I need to connect to VTube Studio. Allow. Okay. Add your custom Live 2D asset to VTube Studio. Okay. 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 Let's see. I need to add. Open this folder. Okay. 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 Let's see. Ooh. Oh my. Okay. I'm very, very curious if this works or not. I guess we'll have to wait for someone to follow, sub, resub, gift, or raid. Because that's what I have enabled. But theoretically, if someone follows, it should like show something. I don't know. Maybe. Text or something like that. Okay, Lev, here's the question. What's the question? There's no question. There's no question. What if I don't have any questions? And if you don't have any questions, then that's fine, I guess. I guess you don't care about me. Whenever I go to the doctor, whenever I'm asked, do you have any questions? I'm usually tired and don't ask any follow-up questions. So what I was always taught actually is that you're supposed to say, what questions do you have? Yeah. You're supposed to say like you're supposed to presume that they have questions so that they feel comfortable with expressing their questions. You know what I mean? Because like, do you have any questions is kind of, can feel kind of like, oh, am I not supposed to have questions? I guess I don't have any questions, you know? Oh, Fizzy on YouTube, hi! Also welcome. My comment tracker is saying that you are new, and I don't think I recognize your name. So, nice to meet you. OMG Oshi? OMG what? I'm just waiting for someone to do something that will trigger this thing, which is apparently called V-Twink. I don't know why it's called V-Twink. But it's called V-Twink, and apparently it's supposed to oh my god. Why are you throwing a popcat at me? Like, if, let's see, it follows, subs, resubs, gifts, and raids. Okay. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. I want someone to, please, please, someone follow me so that I can see if this works. I just think it would be so cool. It's, yeah, it adds, alerts like into VTube Studio. It's great. What songs do you have lined up in the upcoming future? Okay, so I have a new cover coming out soon. Okay, I have a new cover coming out soon of Miniskirt. by AOA. It's already fully recorded, and I sent it off to my mixer. He's doing a really good job. And then the art is also already done. Yeah, the art is done. I've commissioned the music video, and the mixing is in progress, so it should be done soon. My hope is that I can like put them all together for like a mid-February debut outfit release sort of debut situation. Yeah, and then what else do I have coming up? And then for like karaoke type stuff, I mean, karaoke this week I'm probably going to like do some Wujoshi type stuff, like the soundtrack to Heated Rivalry, because I'm really enjoying it. Especially I mean, My Moon My Man is such a good song. It's old, but that's why it's good. My man, you know, it's so good. So probably that, and then let's see what other cover wise. Okay, I have a list of songs that I want to like actually make a cover of. Where Is My Husband? I also really want to cover. I just have to figure out the harmonies for it. And then also Cure from Alien Stage would be fun to cover. So those are some cover stuff. Oh, and then secret, not so secret, I'm going to be doing like 15 seconds as of a song at like a VTuber concert thing in like a couple weeks, I think. It's in February. The deadline for our recordings is coming up soon though, so I need to actually do it. I've just been like really busy with work and stuff. What is a mixer? Oh, basically a mixer is someone who like I mean, they're mixing the audio. So let me show you. So right now, like even basically it's like processing audio so that it sounds good, right? Because when you're listening to stuff, especially like music, you're not listening to just like the raw recording put together, right? Right, so like for example, right now on my microphone I have noise suppression, I have a noise gate, I have a compressor, and I have gain on it. So like oh wait, my compressor isn't on. Let me fix that. There we go. Okay, so this is with compressor and noise reduction and noise gate and like a little bit of gain because this microphone needs a preamp. So if I turn everything off, this is what it sounds like. And like I can't actually hear it myself because I don't have monitoring on in OBS, but I'm imagining it sounds different. Wow, see, it worked! It worked! See, it worked! The thing happened on my head! That's so cool. Thank you for resubbing, Winter. Thank you for the 6 months. Oh my gosh. Guys, did you see that? It worked! It was on my head. That's so cool. The twink worked! Although I might move it if the... Maybe I'll put it around me. It'll like go here. Okay. We'll see. It'll be fun. Yeah, oh, the thing! Stare? Why are you staring at me? What did I do? The twink is twinking. The twink is indeed twinking. I'm wiggling my eyebrows in case you can't tell. Forgot what I was talking about. Oh, audio mixing. Yeah, so like if I turn off all the filters, it doesn't sound quite right. So like that's sort of what it is. So it's like editing the vocals so that things mix together well in audio, right? So like there's like the basic stuff that you can probably imagine, like sound levels, like volume, so like compressing it, getting rid of background noise, getting rid of reverb, timing and tuning, like tuning the vocals doesn't really, I don't know, some people say it's different from mixing, but it's just part of like audio processing, I guess. And then there's like EQ stuff that I don't understand. Yippee! Hi, Winter. Thank you for resubbing again. Somebody... Okay, Zan's had a question. And as someone who wants to join not just VTubing, but also singing / karaoke VTubing, what programs, apps do you use for singing on Twitch and YouTube? Okay. I don't really use anything special. So I have two things that I use. Okay. So for singing, there's well, there's only really two parts. Well, maybe three parts. Well, maybe four. Okay, there's four things that you need to know. One, you need your backing track, right? So for the backing track, I subscribe to Carafun because they make their own instrumentals, so that it's like, it's not copyrighted in the same way. So like you can stream with it. Like it's, they have like streaming licenses, because there's some songs that they don't let you stream, but they remake the instrumentals for all the songs on that app. And then they also have like the lyrics up for you and stuff. So if it's in Carafun, it's really convenient. So basically any like big songs in the Western world, or in America probably more like, are usually going to be on Carafun, like any classic karaoke songs for like American people. And if it's there, then I try to do it there. And then otherwise you can use backing tracks from YouTube. The way that you get that into your stream is by just having an audio source that connects to Carafun or YouTube. The thing to remember there is that you need to fiddle with like being able to hear the background music yourself at a loud enough volume, and with little enough latency that like your vocals don't come 20 seconds after the background music, right? And you also want to check the volume so that it's the right volume for your listeners also, because like the right volume for me to hear and the right volume for you guys to hear is a little bit different. So that's backing. The second thing is separating your tracks on OBS so that it does or doesn't record the backing track depending on what you want, because if you don't want to be copyright struck, that's all. And separating tracks is easy. You just do like advanced audio settings and then blah, blah, blah. It's a whole thing. There's like a lot of tutorials online. The third thing is your own vocals, right? So with your own vocals, you need to set up your microphone, right? And so basically what I would recommend is for any microphone, have two audio inputs, like input sources on OBS. One that you use for just chatting, which is I have one mic setting for just chatting, and then I have a separate mic setting audio thing for singing, so that it just switches the settings automatically. So you need a noise gate, well, plus minus noise gate, noise filter, depending, and at the very least you need compression and you need a little bit of reverb. So those are all things that the first three all come with OBS, and the default filters in OBS are pretty good. For reverb, there's a free plugin that you can use, the TAL reverb plugin. That's just what I use for reverb. And that's it. I just try not to use too much, so that too many like things, otherwise it'll start delaying the audio. And then make sure you have a way to be able to hear yourself. So in my audio, this is like the last thing, in my audio interface on like my Volt 176, there's like a direct re-output thing that basically just takes your microphone input and feeds it directly into your headphones so that you can hear yourself, because it's important to be able to hear yourself when you're singing. So it doesn't have all the processing on it, so I can't hear the like reverb or any of the compression or anything, but I can at least like hear if I'm in tune. So that's all. I think that's everything. Oh, and then just like lyrics and stuff like that, but that's different. So it's not that hard. You just need to like record, or how to put this, you need to connect your audio sources in OBS to your backing track, make sure the volumes are good, make sure you can hear yourself, do some testing to make sure the latency isn't too bad, and then put in your own microphone and put a little bit of processing on it so that there's not too much background noise and that there's a little bit of reverb so it sounds nice. And then also mess with the volume there so that it sounds good. And that's basically it. Oh, the last piece of advice is that some automatic noise canceling stuff can be a little bit overzealous, especially depending on your singing style. So there's going to be times, so like this is a trade-off, there's going to be times where if you have like a noise reduction, noise canceling plugin, that it's going to like it's gonna cut out your voice, because it'll read your voice as like noise, like background noise. So like for high notes, or if you have a kind of raspy sort of situation, it might cut it out. And that's, for me, a worth it trade-off. Like, it doesn't happen often enough to me that I would turn off my noise canceling plugin. But if it happened a lot more, then I probably wouldn't use it as much. Yeah. But yeah, if you're noticing weird, like, getting cut out on high notes or like weird warbling, it's usually your like noise reduction stuff. It happens more with the default noise, like the RX noise cancellation stuff in OBS. I use the Supertone Clear one because I got it for cheap during Black Friday and it works really well. I really like it. I recommend it if you have the money. If you don't worry about it. I also really just need it because I have a laptop that wants to die all the time. Hey, LeMayo, hi! Oh my gosh! Samantha! Hi! Hi, friend! How are you? It's so good to see you. Okay, that is a lot for my brain, especially for how low my energy is. I guess if it's that, if it's that in demand, would you guys want me to write up something? I can do that. That's not hard. Yeah, it's not hard. I can write up. Yeah, I can write up what I do. Yeah, like audio stuff, like basic audio stuff, because like I'm not an audio expert either, but very basic guide for both like just chatting, but also how I set up for singing and stuff. Audio is my weakness. I would love that. I think a guide would be awesome. Okay, cool, good. Because I've had enough. This is the thing, is I always feel like I'm just like an amateur, because I am. Like, I don't actually know that much, but I am an amateur, so I don't really know that much, and I feel like but what was I going to say? Oh, I feel like oh, okay. I feel like Sorry, I was reading Winter's comment. Wait, Lev, I just noticed you add a tiny amount of delay to your vocal track. So it correctly syncs up with your VTuber mouth movement. About 80 milliseconds should work. Okay. I did it. I did it. Did it work? No. Okay. It's way better? Yes. Okay, cool. Great. Beautiful. Okay. So what that means though is I'll have to change that in my what's it called? I'll have to change it in my scene for singing for all my other audio input sources, but nice. Okay, thanks, Winter. If you speak the vowel sounds rapidly, you should see the difference immediately. A o e u a o e u a ba ba ba. Yes, you'll want to change it. Yeah, no, because I don't want to become like super delayed in my backing tracks. Yeah, because 80 milliseconds isn't that long, but it's definitely long enough that you can sort of like see it, you know, or hear it if it's a little bit off. What was I saying? Oh, first of all, thank you, because I think I've noticed the mouth tracking being a little bit off recently. I've been fiddling with the inputs on YouTube Studio, and it just never fixed it completely, but this is perfect. Thank you. I didn't realize that's what it was. The trick is to delay the backing track by the same amount. So music plus vocals plus mouth will be perfectly in sync again. Yes. Yeah, I will do that. I just need to remember to do that to all of my backing track audio sources, because I have a couple. I have one for Carafun and one for my browser. And I've switched my browser like 5 times recently. So I went from like Edge to Firefox to Chrome to Brave browser. Or no, Edge to Chrome to Firefox to Brave, from Arc on my Mac, and I need to, yeah. So it still says Edge, even though I think it should be tuned to Brave browser. Yeah, I take it back. I'm not making it. I slept. Freezer, sleep. If my stream is at an inconvenient time for you, go to bed. Go to bed. Oh yeah, that's a perfect sync now. Vanny, thank you. I'm glad. Balimikus! Levin chat, hi! I'm assuming that's a hello Levin chat. Edge to Chrome to Firefox to Brave to Zen was my journey in browsers. Oh god, don't give me another browser to look at. Zen? What is Zen? Zen. Zen browser is a free and open source fork of Mozilla Firefox. Ah. Okay, well, I guess I have to look at this now. I don't want to. You can't make me do this. I can't do this right now. I can't. Anyways, you guys got me so off track. I was gonna talk about something. Zen is Arc style layout with Firefox behind it. Fuck. Then I have to use it because I love Arc. Oh, I love Arc so much. Arc is my like favorite. I miss Arc a lot from from switching from my Mac to a Windows computer, and also because Arc doesn't like exist anymore. Like it exists, like I can still use the Arc browser application, but they're not updating it anymore. They're like not supporting it. They moved to some other AI browser situation. All the plugins, Adblock, Zen is purely cross-platform. Oh, okay. I will do that. Actually, that's perfect. Thank you so much for solving this problem for me. Okay, so I'm gonna have like 25 browsers on this computer. That's great, but that's fine. It's okay. I just need Chrome for random shit that only works on Chrome, and then Firefox for random shit that only works on Firefox, and then one more. There's a couple things like that. Like Stream Together like doesn't work on Edge, or sometimes it doesn't even really work on like a Firefox fork either. Someone clip this and be like, Winter is stealing browsers to laugh. I love seeing Levi model get the zoomies when she's excited. Wait, what kind of zoomies? This kind of zoomies? This kind of zoomies? Or this kind of zoomies? It's so annoying to have Chrome for random shit that only works on Chrome. Yes! Like Stream Together. Oh my god. Stream Together like only works on Chrome. And I think it works on Firefox. But then I was like, oh, this is like Chromium based. Or Firefox, a fork of Firefox. And like, doesn't count. Doesn't count. It's gotta be base Chrome. I'm just like, fuck off. Chrome is so bloated too. It is. It's so bloated. It is. It's so bloated. My poor RAM. Although right now my RAM is only at 55% compared to like the 75% that it used to be for a while. Chromium, my arch nemesis. I mean, Chromium apps are my arch nemesis. I'm just like, why are you telling me this is a whole other app when it's just a web browser in an app? Can we please as a society remove Chromium from everything? Yes, so many things are bloated. I'm like, I just want to open Notion and Slack or something. Zen uses the entire Firefox engine behind the scenes without alteration, which means it's one-to-one native with real Firefox in terms of web compatibility. Wait, that's perfect though. Okay, I guess I'm downloading Zen like now. Browser. All right, well, I guess I'm downloading it now. Wait, what happened? Oh, there we go. Download. Download for Windows. Yes. Please, Chromium today is exactly like Internet Explorer back in the 90s. Yeah, I know, it's problematic. Oh my god, you guys are so distracting because I had like 4 things I wanted to say and I haven't gotten to any of them. I was gonna talk about like training to be a doctor and that just hasn't happened yet today. Winter Charm in a trench coat's like, Lev, hey, wanna try some browsers? Hey Lev, hey, you wanna try some browsers? Zen will be installed with the most common options. Okay, beautiful. Install. Should I be installing something while I'm on stream? Probably not, but that's what we're doing. I wish I were more tech literate. Honestly, same, but you're probably more tech literate than you think. You know? Oh, because like I've been like doing a lot of interviews for work. I've been doing a lot of interviews because I have to set Zen as your default browser. Sure. Ba ba. Oh my. Okay. What should my default search engine be? Wait, why does it give you the option to set Amazon.com as your default search engine? Who in the world is using Amazon as a search engine? What? If you know how folders work, you're more tech literate than most kids these days. This is true. Yeah, I was reading some articles about how like, and this is true with like people I know who are like 10 years younger than me-ish, like who are, yeah, in like another generation, they, oh my god, they don't understand how folders work, or like the folder tree sort of thing. Like it's the same issue as like a lot of kids don't know how to touch type anymore. Okay, is Zen browser opening for me? I think it is about to open. Sometimes you want to open a window and type toothpaste and buy toothpaste as fast as possible. I have no clue. That's what I'm saying. Okay, Zen browser has... It is just like Arc. It has folders. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I love my little folders in Arc. Okay. I've never been happier in my life. Wait, but how the fuck do I... How do you... Okay, there we go. Alright, well, I have successfully installed Zen browser. I'm gonna explore that more at a later date. I have two things I wanted to talk about. Two things. One, we need to go back to talking about audio real quick because I was going to brag. Or actually, I was going to ask you a question. My question is this. How is my audio? Because I've been asked a couple times by a couple different people about what my settings are for, like, what my settings and what I use for, like, karaoke and stuff. And, like, is it good? Like, compared to other people, I guess. Because, like, I'm not an expert, so I don't know if people are just asking me because, like, I'm the only person they know who does a lot of singing, which it probably is what it is, or if it's, like, actually good enough that I can, oh, thank you for the follow! Thank you for the follow! King Joni 13, thank you! Yeah, I never know if it's like actually good that I can, like, good enough that I could write something about it and would be like worth it. Good enough that you should write a guide, yes? Okay, fine. Kim Joni, hi, thank you for the first time chat. Chloe Riot XO, saw your ad in Blue's pad. Blue, my favorite person. And was intrigued, so you're a doctor. Yes, I am a doctor. Just jumping around Twitch gifting smaller streamers. Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank you for the 10 bits. Thank you for the 10 bits. Your audio is amazing. Generally Apple crisp. It's pretty good. Okay, thank you. I'm really glad. Wait, let me like change this a little bit again. Change that, and then I'll put this here. Okay. Now I think it should work better. It will be covered. It'll be good. Oh, in the Discord, I thought you purchased ad spots on Twitch. I don't have that kind of money. I don't have that kind of money. I don't have that kind of money. There is a Discord link. It's exclamation point Discord. What's your doctorate in? I am an MD, so I am a physician, and I am specialized in psychiatry. So yeah, so I work as a psychiatrist, so a psych doctor, which means that I work with mostly like mental illness. So I do a lot of depression, anxiety, ADHD, PTSD, bipolar, schizophrenia, schizoaffective personality disorders, OCD, that sort of thing. That's a doctor I need. I dislike my psychiatrist. That's not an uncommon thing to say. I feel like more than a lot of other specialties in psychiatry, you really need to trust your doctor and like have a good relationship with them, because you end up spending so much time together. Like even in like there's other specialties where you have to be very vulnerable with your doctor and like trust them, like OB-GYN, for example, or urology. Like those are situations where just like physically you need to be comfortable with them and trust them, or any specialist really. But psychiatrists usually, I think, at least this is my personal practice, is like you see them more often than you see most like specialists or primary care people in the outpatient setting, right? Like I think most psychiatrists follow up, or at least for me, it's like in the several months, every several months at the most, right? Whereas like for me personally, when I see my PCP, I see them like once a year, and I see the dentist like twice a year, but I see my psychiatrist like every month. I know the rules say no asking for med advice, but can I ask one small thing? You can ask for like information, you know, like part of my goal is to be educational, so you can always ask for information, but I cannot like give you advice. Like if it's something that I could answer that would be like helping, would be the same as information you would find if you went to a medical textbook, like that sort of a thing I'm more comfortable with, but I can't tell you what, I can't tell you what to do. I cannot give advice in this regard, unfortunately. Hypothetically, what's your biggest hint in how to deal with ADHD? Oh, okay. I can't tell you what to do with your ADHD because I don't know anything about you. But in terms of ADHD treatment generally, there does exist ADHD therapy type stuff. Yeah. So I have ADHD. It's not that bad. I just get into a lot of car accidents. I have ADHD. I personally, not as a doctor, right? But like, I like CBT for ADHD. There's a lot of them online. But like, just be organized, you know, is what helps. Thank you for the cheer. Interesting. Dang, that must require a lot of inner strength and ability to leave the hard parts of the office and not take it home with you. I mean, yes. Yes and no. What's your personal strategy? You gotta be organized. Yeah, it's being organized. Being organized, and then like cognitive behavioral therapy for ADHD. And I say this as like there's books that you can buy that I personally use, and like they're almost kind of like productivity books. They're like, you need one list of things and one calendar. Yeah, organization, systems, routine, exactly. Like you have to, like, this is just like self-help productivity stuff. Like you gotta, you have to make the systems work for you so that the easiest thing to do, the path of least resistance, is the thing that you should do or want to do, you know? CBT for ADHD is an interesting thought. Yeah, no, there's a lot of work on it. So basically, like some of the big first concepts that I think are helpful for honestly everyone, because I have friends who don't have ADHD who also use these like organizational things. It's like one source of truth. That's like the big thing. One source of truth, right? One list of all the things you need to do. One calendar with when you need to do them. Put everything there. Don't keep things in your mind. Don't keep things on random notes. Don't keep things in 4 different to-do lists. Don't keep things on post-it notes. One list, one calendar. That's it. And then like the other part too is like thinking about there's no such thing as a perfect system, right? Don't spend time trying to make a perfect system before you even get started, because that's just like the trap. Cognitive behavioral therapy, yeah, that's what CBT stands for. It's awesome. I went through CBT for my ADHD and it was worth everything. I know, it really does work. Good morning, matcha labubu waifu. Let's get on the grind. Let's get on that grind set, bro. How does one get diagnosed with ADHD? It's a contentious thing. I think technically, any psychiatrist should be able to diagnose you with ADHD if they have the time. It just takes a lot of time. And it's also really, really hard to diagnose someone with ADHD as an adult because a lot of the diagnostic criteria have to do with like starting in childhood, so it can be hard to say. If you have the money, you can get like neuropsych testing done, which is like the most like, which is very thorough, very in-depth. Sometimes there's like actual test. Like I did neuropsych testing and I actually did like a computerized attentional test. And if you have like a full neuropsych testing, then you can probably go to almost any psychiatrist and they would give you ADHD meds and like take that as a diagnosis. Yeah. Notebook split into 1 week per page and I just move the to-do items for each page when I schedule it. Yeah, exactly. One source of truth, one list of all the things you gotta do, and then learn how to break things down. Yeah, it's the only task list I have. Exactly. It's not sexy. It's not a fun, complicated productivity system, but you just need one. The problem is that people with ADHD, we tend to make things more complicated for ourselves. I basically had to come with a dissertation on why I have ADHD to a psych to get diagnosed. I know. It's hard. It's hard because like, so this is the thing. It's not, I'm going to try to be very nuanced. It's not that doctors, because it's not just psychiatrists who can give ADHD meds, right? PCPs can do it too. It's not that doctors don't think that anyone has ADHD or don't think that anyone has ADHD as an adult, but I feel like there's a couple different reasons why it can be really hard to get an ADHD diagnosis these days. And it's because, one, the intern, like we all are a little attention deficited now because of like the internet and overstimulation and all that sort of stuff, right? Like the average attention span for most people has gotten shorter. I just feel like that's true. I can't cite data to you, but I'm like, I just feel like that's true, right? So we all have some things like that. And then on top of that, nobody is actually capable of 100% focus 100% of the time. No one is satisfied with their level of productivity and focus. This is why self-help and productivity books are popular and everyone reads them, right? Like, no one is, especially in like a grindy, individualistic, capitalistic society like in America, nobody is satisfied with the amount of work that they do, right? And so like, people with ADHD need ADHD meds. People without ADHD can use ADHD meds as like performance enhancement, basically. And like, that's like great for your work, but it's also not good for your health and your life. So that's why it's hard, because like most people will perform better or be able to get more work done if they have a little bit of stimulants, you know, even if you don't have ADHD. And so the difference is like if someone needs to do 1 or 2 more hours of work a day to get promoted and that's what they're looking for, versus like, I forget my laundry in the laundry machine because I don't have object permanence and then my clothes get moldy. Like, there's levels, you know? And also a lot of people who have ADHD don't necessarily need meds. Government putting a hold on a lot of ADHD meds. Yeah. What's your personal opinion on the withholding of ADHD meds recently? I find all medication shortages very frustrating. Yeah. I find all medication shortages very, very, very frustrating. And I feel like, especially with ADHD medications, like you can only get a 30-day supply at a time. You can only get it refilled within like the specific time frame at the end of your supply. Like it's really, really hard. And I think it's the end point of the American healthcare system just being really, really, really hard to navigate generally. Like it's hard in general. ADHD medications is just something that a lot of people experience because a lot of people have ADHD. But like there's lots of people who take specialized medications who have a lot of trouble getting their meds. Like I remember once I was, oh, thank you for the head pants. I remember once I was like, I was a student and I had a patient in the hospital who didn't speak English and needed a special medication or else they would probably die, and nobody had it in the outpatient pharmacy setting. So like, oh, thank you for the follow, Azariah Witherbloom. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I had a patient who didn't speak English, who needed a special medication to not die when they left the hospital, and a lot of pharmacies didn't have it, and they like, well, because understandably you would send them the prescription and they wouldn't see it for a couple hours, and so then it wouldn't tell you that they didn't have the medication until they finally saw it and tried to fill it, and then by that point the person has left the hospital. In any case, I spent a day and a half calling every single outpatient pharmacy in the city to try to find a place that we could send this medication for this person, because like there was no way that this like you can say go to this place and you can get a translator, like an interpreter, to help you find these, but like even for someone who's fluent in English, it is hard to like just call every single pharmacy and ask if they have XYZ, you know? So like, anyways, it's like frustrating, and that was like annoying for me to do too. I can't do that for everyone, but it's just like, anyways. So that's what I mean, where it's like the end point of a lot of inefficiencies and a lot of difficulty with like getting healthcare, generally speaking, and then like this is where it ends up. So it's not just ADHD, it's like everything, and I think it's indicative of a larger problem. Is it still all amphetamines or do we have new stuff? It is mostly not necessarily methamphetamine. It's basically stimulants and non-stimulants. For stimulants, it's mostly methamphetamine and methamphetamine derivatives, and then methylphenidate and methylphenidate derivatives. There are some non-stimulant things like Wellbutrin or atomoxetine, or Strattera, or there's like some other adjunct stuff like clonidine and stuff like that, guanfacine. But yeah, it's mostly stimulants. Lev, thank you for being one of the doctors that go above and beyond. I mean, I was lucky because I was a student at the time, so I had the time. Like these days, I honestly don't know that I would have the time to help everyone who needs that kind of help like that, and I wish that I did. But I do try my best, right? Because sometimes it's just easier for me to do something than to ask a patient to do it. You know, this chat made me feel less overwhelmed. Thanks for all the help. Oh, that's good. I'm glad. I remember getting yelled at by attendings for some other things, but it's the right thing to do. Yeah, no, it really is. I mean, like, you gotta help people. You gotta, I feel like if you have the ability to help, I mean, it's very Spider-Man, right? Like, if you have the ability to help and you don't, especially if it doesn't cost you very much or doesn't cost you anything, then it's like, what's wrong with you? Maybe that's a mean way to put it, but what's wrong with you, genuinely? Stratera gave me sleep paralysis, caused awake hallucinations, which were horrible. Oh my god. My psychiatrist is horrified. I'm horrified. What? I have not heard of that. That sounds awful. It's good to know, I guess, that that's a possibility. Genuinely fine if you can't answer. I have ADD. Is ADD now an expired term? Is it now just seen as ADHD? I think it's usually ADHD. I mean, okay. Going down another rabbit hole briefly. In psychiatry, we don't really have like objective lab vitals, physical stuff the way that a lot of other specialties do, right? Like I don't get a lab test to say if someone has depression, the same way that I don't get like an imaging thing to say if someone has anxiety, right? Like theoretically, like, or not even theoretically, in reality, there are definitely like neurological correlates to psychiatric stuff. We just don't know what they are well enough to be able to use it for diagnosis. So all this is to say, in psychiatry, we're doing our best, but we're like making it up a little bit. It's like, okay, I have a metaphor. Okay, so you know how the color spectrum is a spectrum, right? Like the color spectrum is a spectrum, and every language has different names for colors, right? Because every language puts the dividing lines in different places. So you know how like some languages have a lot more color names for like the blue-green area of the spectrum. So like we would only say blue or green, and they would be like, these are 4 different colors, right? But like we all have a general agreement on like what is red, what is orange, what is yellow, but like the borders are a little bit fuzzy, you know? And where is the border is also like kind of arbitrary, you know? Like some places don't have a separate name for orange. Orange is just more red, right? That's kind of like what psychiatry does. It's not that these like clusters of syndromes, of symptoms that equal these syndromes are like not similar, right? Like the idea is that like when we say someone has depression, the goal is to say that we're generally talking about the same thing. So if I say someone has depression and you are also a doctor and you're like, okay, I know what that means, I kind of know what that should look like, it also is supposed to help us figure out like what would be good as treatment and what would be helpful. But that isn't to say that like this is something that's based in like deep biology and is a fact. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? You know? In the same way that there isn't like a XYZ hertz frequency for when red becomes orange. It's all a spectrum. We just put the dividing lines in place so that we all are talking about the same thing. But like where those lines are and what those categories are changes over time. All right, that's why like Asperger's used to be a thing. Now it's underneath this umbrella of like autism spectrum disorder. You can argue that that's not completely accurate to people's experiences. I've seen a lot of autistic people argue that. You can also say it's helpful to have things under one umbrella for the purposes of treatment and for the purposes of advocacy. It's very complicated and not like this exists and this doesn't exist, you know? It's a bunch of people coming together to make sure we're all talking about the same thing. I'm behind on my chats. Hypothetically speaking, if I asked a question and you had the Valley Girl voice on, would you answer it in a Valley Girl voice? Yes, probably. Oh, I did get... The Valley Girl voice has been redeemed. I always wonder if my red is someone else's blue, but we call them the same thing because we all know apple equals red minus the green or yellow ones. Well, yeah. Right? We don't actually know what other people's internal experiences are. Thank you for the follow.
What would your VTuber's antlers taste like? Would it taste like chocolate wafers?
Wait 1 second. I need to like fix this. Okay. I was like, why is it tilted weirdly? What would your VTuber antlers taste like? They taste like antlers. What? I'm not made of food. I'm not a food VTuber. Everyone's innate reality is different. Everyone's inner experiences are different. Everyone's depression experience is different. Everyone's response to medication is different. Combine all that, psychiatry is a lot of testing what works. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. No, 100%. We don't necessarily know. It's really Lev from all the YouTube shorts. Oh. Panda Omega Delta 3, thank you for the first time chat. I had no idea you found me from YouTube shorts. That's so funny. Wait, which ones? I'm curious. That's so funny. Oh my gosh. I can't. My favorite analogy for communication is that a conversation is like throwing a ball of clay to the other person and they have to interpret what you sculpted in the dark. Yeah, pretty much. Like, we're all doing our best, but we are not in each other's brains, you know? So we can't actually, like, can't read someone else's mind. So that's why communication is hard. That's why communication is hard. And this is why, like, okay, this is like getting into something kind of unrelated. This is why, like, art, I think, is so important, right? Because, like, there's so much of the internal experience. There's so much internal experience of your internal experience that can't really be communicated in words, right? And so this is like the point of art, right? Is to like bring your internal experience to someone else. It's so cool. But yeah, I mean, I feel like so much of like the human life is about dealing with the fact that we are fundamentally extremely alone, right? Like, no one is ever going to be able to experience what it's like 100% to be in your brain, in your body. And you are never going to be able to experience 100% what it's like to be in someone else's brain or someone else's body. And yet, we are still able, despite that absolute physical limitation, we are still able to try to reach across and understand each other and to bridge that gap. And I think that's super cool. I think that's why humans are awesome. Kyle PBF, hello, just found the stream in my feed by chance. Hope all is going well. Hi, thank you for joining us on YouTube. I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well. I also found you because of YouTube Shorts. I mean, I'm glad because I don't think my reach on YouTube Shorts is like that big, but also I'm glad because I'm like using a different model like every 5 shorts. So a lot of them we've had some banter in the comments. Wait, who are you on YouTube? Who are you on YouTube? Tell me. That's actually really funny. When would psychology declare the lack of an emotion as a symptom? How do you measure something is missing? Okay, this is a tough question to answer. So there's a symptom called alexithymia. And again, okay. Going back to what I was saying about how we are all fundamentally alone in our own brains, right? Because of that, I can't look into someone else's brain, and they can't open their brain to show me, right? So this is like the limitation of psychiatry. So am I ever going to be able to 100% say that someone is experiencing X emotion or not? No, but you can gather from what they talk about. So like basically, like if someone's not able to acknowledge, describe, assert the presence of whatever an emotion verbally, then we usually say like, okay, that kind of implies an inability to experience that emotion. That isn't to say that they don't have it, but all we can go off of is people's conscious experiences. And then from there, you read between the lines to gather their unconscious and subconscious experiences. And unconscious and subconscious are two different things, actually, in psychiatry, or in psychology more, like psychoanalysis. And we can talk about that later. I think psychoanalysis is so interesting. Brain implants, cybernetic. Oh my god. Oh yeah, Winter does neuro stuff. Winter does cool neurotech stuff. Was a doctor, or is a doctor? No, sorry, is a doctor, but like didn't go into, is not practicing as like doctor. He's using his doctor stuff to do cool tech, neurotech implant stuff that I don't understand. There's a reason I'm not a neurologist. Somehow alive. I don't look at YouTube Shorts personally, not a fan of attention span destroying short form content. Honestly, that's fair. Not saying yours is like that. I just really try to stay away from shorts. That's very fair. I also try to stay away from shorts, honestly. Like I feel like it's hard because it keeps getting served to you, and so I never end up staying away for that long. But I try. I also found you through YouTube Shorts. I've been getting a lot of smaller VTubers recommended recently, and I'm always happy to subscribe. Hi, the Troll Gamer. Hello. I don't think I've seen you in chat before either. Welcome. Thank you for joining us on YouTube. I am fascinated by the idea that people have found me through the short form stuff that I just totally throw out there. I just throw it out there. I only end up on shorts when I'm at work and an employee is driving me around, like right now. Are you bougie? Oh, thank you for the follow, Paramore Jewel. See, you were on my face. Thank you for the follow, Paramore Jewel. Welcome. As a psychologist, how much does the Boltzmann brain thought experiment bother you when someone brings it up? I actually am not familiar with that. I might know what it is if I see what the description of it. Is it a thought experiment? The Boltzmann brain thought experiment suggests that it is probably more likely for a brain to spontaneously form, complete with a memory of having existed in our universe, rather than for the entire universe to come about in the matter cosmologists think it actually did. Huh? Oh, the idea that like you're I see. It's kind of getting at the like, how do you know that your memories are real and that you have actually existed for as long as you think that you have? Or like, what is the difference between that and spontaneously coming into existence right now with all the same memories fully formed, but you didn't actually experience them? I mean, the experiential difference of that is nothing. I don't know, like, was that a door or a cat I just heard? Wee wee. No, it's a sound redeem. I think Chad's I can't tell if Chad's making fun of me or I'm missing some chats. uh, 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 Okay. Let me talk about my thing and then I'll catch up on chats because I'm really behind on chats. I'm so sorry. I sort of think those personally, I look at those things and I'm just like, okay, but who cares? Like, it's like the simulation thought experiments. Okay, it's not who cares. I think it's interesting. I think it's an interesting point. I think it's worth thinking about. I also, however, think that personally, like my emphasis is always on people's experience of their own life and on that's like, you know, happiness and joy and, you know, all that sort of things. And so like as a doctor, like I want to help people live a happy, healthy, long life consistent with their values and to help them reach their own goals, right? This perspective and this focus is like not really conducive to like, are we all brains in a vat being like a meaningful thing to me. Because I'm just like, okay, and then we're all still conscious beings experiencing the world. Like there's no way to know. There's no way to know. And in my opinion, I think it's worth thinking about to know that there's no way to know and that our experiences are limited by our perception. However, I don't think it's useful to spend a ton of time arguing about it or agonizing over it because then it just makes you unhappy and I don't think that's worth it. Oh, Super JJ57, thank you for the follow. Yeah. I feel like the thought experiment mostly comes up in anti-science discussions. At least that's where I would always hear it growing up. Yeah, exactly. Or sort of like a nihilistic thing, you know? Yeah. It was like, because the reality is also, our memories are not consistent. Human memory is like kind of terrible. Our memory is so bad. Our memory is so bad and so malleable, or like we like to say in medicine, plastic. So neuroplasticity. So like our brains are very plastic, as in they change, and our memories also are like that. I read somewhere, basically every time you, it's almost like looking through like a photo album, right? Because every time, yeah, like what Winter's saying, your memory's constantly altered each time you access it. Yes. Every time you access your memory, you're like taking it out and like rereading it, and in the process of rereading it, you're rewriting it. So every time you remember something, you're remembering it, right? So it will change. The more you access a memory, the more it changes. So that's why false memories are a thing. Okay. I did not mean to push any nihilistic viewpoints with that, by the way. Oh no, I didn't think that you were. I think it's an interesting question. Lev, sorry I'm late. I was in class. You're good. Oh my god, I'm so behind on chats. Wait. I need to go back. I commented for some reason on one of your shorts and you replied, so I was like, oh, she's actually a small streamer. I thought you were a big streamer at first. You thought I was a big streamer? You thought I was a big streamer? That's so flattering. Oh my god. Wait, guys. Someone thought I was a big streamer from my shorts. That's hilarious. You consistently have the best takes. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I know. I'm such a thoughtful, smart person. Anyways, you consistently have the best takes, so of course I made my way here. Well, thank you. I'm glad you're here. I don't know if I'm bougie, but I am a mid-level HVAC manager for a major corporate maintenance contractor. I think there's something a little bit bougie about having someone drive you around. I mean, unless it's like an Uber, I guess, but what else did I miss? Um, what other comments did I miss? I missed a couple. Have you read a short story, The Egg? I have not. I have not read short story, The Egg. Lev has the best takes. Yes. Lev, we need to yap again. Last time was way too fun. Yes, we do. You know what would be hilarious if we had that same... I didn't realize it's a customizable thing, right? We need the same GB model. To understand the egg, you have to become the egg. Become the eggia. Become the eggy. The eggy. Have you read Metamorphosis? I have. I mean, Kafka's great. I love Kafka. I'm just here for now. I'll be returning to college within the week. Oh my gosh. Yeah, college was fun. College was fun. Oh, wait. Oh, Winter, you were asking, you were asking if I edit my own videos or someone else edit. I edit my own videos, yeah. I use Streamladder, so it's not like actual professional editing. I think I've edited on like Filmora, a couple of shorts on Filmora. I edited my Christmas karaoke and shortened it to send it to Enzio on Filmora, but I usually use Streamladder because I'm lazy and I'm just like, this is the clip, and then I put on captions and that's it. Yeah, maybe because I didn't know anything about VTubing at the time. I was like, she has a beautiful model and sounds so cozy. She's a big streamer for sure. I wish. That'd be so fun. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Every time I talk about streaming with my husband, he's always like, so when are you gonna make me famous? And he says it as a joke because this man has zero desire to be famous. I don't think he's like ever been in a stream because he just is not interested in this sort of thing. Or more like he can hear everything I'm saying. So he's like, why would I want to be in the stream? Nepo husband, literally. He just thinks it's hilarious. You will get there? Oh, thanks, Winter. I appreciate the faith. Vanny, I felt the same way. Really? Thank you. I love being considered a professional. Oh my gosh. You know, back in the day when I was a little baby in college having to wake up at 6 in the morning to go to my 7 a.m. labs, I thought about being a marketing major. So what do you use to put on captions? It's some algorithm thing. It's like a speech to text thing. So again, this is what I mean when I say I'm lazy. I don't put on captions manually. I hate that. That would make me want to die. Streamladder, this is why Streamladder is great, because you put in the clip and then they can hear your voice and they will put in the words that you are saying, and it's actually pretty accurate, the speech to text, and it'll be timed properly too, and you can edit any parts that are like a little bit wrong. It's great. And then you can also change the styling and move it around and stuff. It's really nice. And then depending on the plan that you have with them, because it is a subscription service, which is like a little bit annoying, but some of this, depending on the level of the subscription service that you have, you can also do like it'll like automatically cut out silences that are longer than however long you set and stuff like that. And you can put in like a little tag for your username and titles and stuff. It's nice. And they have like sound effects, but I haven't figured out how to use them well. Don't give Lev an ego. I have no ego. Ego death. You will grow with enough time, effort, and luck. 'Tis not impossible. Thank you, Kyle. Thank you for the vote of confidence. She has that pro vibes. We need to stop glazing her. The ego is going to get 6 apples tall. Guys, I'm 54 apples tall. I'm 6'7" apples tall. I can't move my hands. I can't move my hands, so this is the 6'7". I am 6'7" apples tall. Yeah, if Lev ever says that someone has kidnapped her, I thought about being a marketing major. That is a cry for help. I got through macro econ, micro econ, accounting. I did a bunch of math classes, even though I'm bad at math. And I really wanted to be a marketing major. And then I realized, oh, I just want to understand how people think. I don't have to be a marketing major to do that. And so then I did something else. What would be everyone's cry for help? For me, it would be something about wanting a kale smoothie. I despise kale. Yeah, what was the deal with like kale smoothies? Why kale? I swear, I think the reason that the kale smoothie thing was so popular is because kale, like spinach, is really, really dark green and will turn things like a very like nice shade of green. So it, like, you're visually communicating, I'm being very healthy. Because there's plenty of like healthy things that just look like mush. 7 a.m. labs. Why do they subject you to that? I have a bachelor's in chemical engineering. My labs were all in the afternoon. Okay, so the reason for that is I decided to be pre-med late, or I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I thought I wanted to do marketing, but then I also was like, maybe I want to be a PhD. And then I also was like, maybe I should go be a doctor because I'm Asian. And so I was like, well, then I should take intro, bio, chem, and physics at the same time. And then my brain was like, you know what would be really smart? Having bio, chem, and physics labs all on the same day. So 7 a.m., noon, and 3:30 p.m. labs. And that's what I did for a year. Oh no, the mind virus got her. All right, that's it. I unfollowed. I'm out because of the 6'7s. No, don't. I don't even understand what 6'7 is. I don't even know what it is. I'm a poser. Don't leave me. I promise. I promise. I'm unk. I'm old. ADHD go brrr. Yeah, literally. ADHD go brrr. So I wanted to do it all. I mean, yeah. While I was taking a bunch of science classes, I was also like, what other random classes did I take? I took art history. I love college for this part. I love missing the 7 a.m. labs explanation for ads. LMAO, I need to sub when I'm not on mobile. Yeah, don't sub on mobile because I think it takes extra fees. The explanation is that I took the intro series for biophysics and chemistry at the same time, so I had 3 labs, 3 classes with labs, so I just put them all on the same day. So like 7 a.m., noon, and 3 p.m. labs because I hated myself. In my opinion though, like 7 a.m. is like 7 to 9 a.m. is the devil's hours. I don't want to be awake at that time. Well, okay, 7 to 8 a.m. is the devil's hour. This is the thing. I'd rather wake up before 7 or after 8. If I have to wake up between 7 to 8, life is terrible, and I don't know why. Lev, that sounds awful. It's okay. I had a lot of adrenaline on those days. Oh, I just drank water, and that just looks so weird. Like, I'm drinking water and it's like, why does it look like that? That's fair. I had labs Mondays and Wednesdays. And Wednesdays went from 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. most of the time. I hate that part of college. Who does 6 p.m., 7 p.m. classes? Universities. Don't understand it. In my opinion, my working hours are like 9 to 5, like legit. 9 to 5:30 maybe, if I'm feeling very nice. That's it. Okay, I need to read the YouTube comments real quick. My sister is a psychology major. I love talking psych with her. For me, it's an autistic fixation, so I can follow, but she loses me when she gets into the minutia. Still a lot of fun to talk about. I think talking about like our brains and why we think the way we do and why we make the decisions that we do, and memorization for my tastes. Yeah, this is the other thing. Like when we're talking about psychology and psychiatry and how it's like kind of a soft field, because of that, it's really hard to like test, right? And this is the sort of thing that I think about a lot. Is like, there's so many things in the world that are worth learning that are hard to test. You know? There's so many things in the world that are worth teaching that are really hard to like grade people on. You know, it's like we should all learn, like, even simple stuff. Like, we should all learn how to be like a good person. But does that mean that like we all need to take moral philosophy and be good at those I don't know, maybe, but like it's hard. There's 7 p.m. classes, that's a thing? Yes, unfortunately. I at one point there was a class I wanted to take that only started at 6 p.m. I hated it. I was like, why am I on campus right now? The sun is down. I'm gonna kill someone. For legal reasons, that is a joke. I've never killed anyone. I got a degree in nutrition. So I could stay in shape and still make enjoyable food. I'm so jealous. I'm not a good cook. I'm not a good cook, and I probably shouldn't cook for other people. Heck yeah, wish cooking for one wasn't more expensive than eating out though. I mean, cooking for one, if you cook for one every single day, it's not necessarily more expensive. You can't cook for one person and have a lot of variety and have that be super cost effective. It's like the startup costs of cooking, right? Because like, this is the thing. If I just have all of the extra stuff I need to make like simple Asian stir fry or something, that isn't very expensive. But if I need to get all the extra ingredients to make something Asian, and then also all the extra ingredients to make something like brown food, and then all the extra ingredients to make like American burgers and stuff, like a steak, it's like totally different shit. And so then I have a million different things in my cupboard. It's my favorite Mediterranean cookbook. Although food is yummy and delicious, send it to me. I'm very lazy, so anything easy and fast is perfect. Meal prep a bit. Meal prepping is great. I love the idea in theory. I'm so bored by it. I don't want to eat the same thing every day. That's not true. I don't mind eating cereal every day. And I don't mind having coffee every day. Yeah. But if it's like healthy food, I don't want to eat it every day. You can't make me. You can't make me do it. Actively studying comp sci myself. Beautiful, mashallah. That's beautiful. I love that. Comp sci is so cool. I took comp sci. Speaking of, this is what I loved about college, I will say, is that you could take random classes on things that you just found interesting. And like, the reason why I think it's really cool to do that in college is because I have ADHD and I need structure. Like, I need structure. I need someone to be like, I am expecting you to be here and to have read the thing that I told you to read. And now we're all gonna talk about the thing. And you need to say something. So I did like comp sci, I did some really fun English classes. I took extra English classes. I did art history. I took some classes on like, it was like an honors interdisciplinary classes on like I don't even know how to describe it. It was like an anthropology course. Yeah, a lot of fun. Like econ, accounting, just random shit. Oh, I took a law and forensics class. So randomly, I learned a lot about like forensic analysis and stuff. It's very cool. Because I think for a second, I watched Suits, and so for like a hot minute, like a week, I was like, I want to be a lawyer, maybe. The entire time I knew that I didn't actually want to be a lawyer, but I was like, this looks so cool. And then I thought about it some more and I was like, that's just a TV show. Honestly, learning how people tick has done a lot to make me a better person. It's a lot easier to be patient with someone that others would find frustrating. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, 100% yes, 1,000,000% yes. Thank you. This is the perspective that I have. I've always thought this. This is so important to me. I'm so happy that you guys think the same way as I do. Wait, sorry. Let me just say, my whole thing about like starting to stream and having some of my stream, because like 3 steps back. Part of why I wanted to start streaming is because I have always wanted to do like performance type stuff. And I love music and I love singing, but I've never like given myself the outlet to actually do that, right? And so I was talking with some people, I was talking to Seek also when I was considering doing VTubing, and they had talked about how like obviously you can become like a yotaite, right? But it's not, if you want to do things besides music, you can like stream to try to build up an audience, I guess, you know? Yeah, and like streaming is also worth it if you have any other interests, if you have any other things that you would want to share. It's also a good way to like practice just being a performer, I guess, in a way. And so anyways, so we talked about it and I was like, okay, that's fair, because like being a doctory type person, and honestly, I feel like psychiatry is a lot closer to like the humanities than it is to like hard sciences, although in my opinion, all of these things are related. But I was like, this is a big part of me. I've always loved the humanities. I always loved psychiatry. And I also love singing and I love music. And I'm on a long-term journey to becoming better at video games. Will it ever happen? Maybe, maybe not. I think I might always be bad at video games. That's okay. But all that is to say, I was like, oh, okay, there's all these different things that I really enjoy that I think could be cool, that I would want to like try to do as part of like streaming. And one of the big things was like, I feel like people are capable of being so much more empathetic and kind, and
Medical work also tries to take really well-rounded people and beat the creativity out of them. I've always done things to fight for my creative spirit.
yeah, I don't disagree with that actually at all. That's totally true. Yeah, exactly. Like it tries to be like, your only medical training is like this. Oh, finally, I know the tagline said I'm going to talk about becoming a doctor. I haven't talked about becoming a doctor at all for like an hour and 45 minutes. So I'm going to fulfill the title for like 20 seconds. Medical training, a lot of it is like, your identity and your life is being a medical person, you know, like, and it's so sad. It's so sad. I fall into that all the time. It's sort of like you wake up and you go to work and you do work and you think about work, and then you come home and then you talk with other people about your work, and then like your free time is like doing research for your work and other stuff, and everything is about work, right? And like the thing that I hate, sorry, I have strong feelings about this. The thing that I hate in like professional environments is a focus on wellness and work-life balance, but the subtext is you need to be well and you need to have work-life balance so that you can do better work, right? It's always like you need to focus on your wellness so that you don't burn out, because if you burn out then you can't work. That's the problem. It's not like an end in and of itself, right? It's not like, oh, we want you to be well and to have work-life balance as goods in and of themselves. Even if you didn't work this job or you didn't work any job, you still need to be well and mentally healthy and have work-life balance. No. I feel like it's a lot of like, you need to have outlets so that you can work better. I hate that perspective. It makes me so angry. And so I yell about it a lot. Anyways, I was talking about how, it took me so long to get here. I was going to talk about how one of my biggest goals when I was thinking about streaming is that I wanted to be thoughtful, right? And to like encourage other people to be thoughtful if that's possible, or to like make a community, or to encourage the formation of a community that is like thoughtful and nuanced and I don't know, that like we don't get too extreme or crazy or like black and white thinking, you know? Because I feel like there's so much of that on the internet. And it's not about being like wishy-washy or centrist, like the enlightened centrist, or like everything is okay. It's just like, most things aren't all one way or all the other way, you know? So, and all that is to say, I'm always so happy when we have people, like new people joining, like today, or just in general when we talk about like more serious topics, that like people have like very meaningful, thoughtful things to say. I think it's great. Critical thinking and learning true empathy was what got me out of being stuck in the alt-right pipeline. Is crazy how much I thought I was empathetic when in reality I was terrified of anything I didn't know. Yeah, no, I think that's very fair, because I feel like a lot of the internet and just society these days really encourages stokes, I guess, fear and anger, and then also doesn't give you the tools to handle it, you know? It doesn't, like, this is, I think, one of the big problems, is that it's really hard to handle being uncomfortable, being angry, being scared, being sad. It's hard to handle like, oh, I realize I just did something wrong, and then like the internet and society doesn't really help you with that, right? Like, let's say, like, how often do people actually get the assistance that they need in handling like, oh, I made a mistake, how do I make amends, how do I like apologize, how do I change, how do I become someone better, you know? And relationships are so superficial now because we're all like our own PR teams on Twitter, that you don't have someone who like knows you really well and is interested in having that deep conversation who can help you with that. Instead, you get a lot of like, you're a terrible person, you should die. Which, like, no. And when I say No, I don't believe in reacting that way. That is not to say that I don't think there are evil or bad people in the world. It's more complicated than that, you know? Anyways, I feel like so many issues are because like we all have become our own little like public figures. Like everyone is a performer now, you know, on social media. Like it is a little bit concerning that young people feel the need to put out PR statements on their positions on topics. You know, like from as simple as like everyone is like in the VTubing space, right? Something will happen and then suddenly it's like everyone and their mother needs to come out with like a really well-formed, concrete statement on their position. And I feel like if you feel strongly about it, do it. But if you don't feel strongly about it, you don't have to put out a whole thing. I don't know. That's just my feeling, you know? Like you're just a person. Who cares? I'm not expecting everyone to have extremely well-researched and extremely well-informed opinions on literally everything, because that's not possible. There's so much division because we live in comfy echo chambers and forgot the discomfort of disagreement is part of living in society. Exactly. Exactly. Conflict is healthy. Conflict is healthy. No two people are exactly the same. You're always going to have conflict. This is why people are always inherently suspicious if you talk about like being in a relationship, be like, oh, and we've never argued. Bro. You don't actually have a close relationship with someone if you've never disagreed on anything. And like, that isn't to say that you need to have a blowout argument, but like you can't actually agree on anything. And maybe it's like, oh, I disagree, I'm just gonna let it go. But like, yeah, it's gonna happen. I have friends who have opinions on other people that I disagree with. That's fine. It is what it is. I have friends who like, I will literally be like, I hate this part of the job, and they will be like, I love that part of the job. I hate the part of the job that you love. I don't get it. And I'll just be like, okay, that's fine. It doesn't matter. Yeah. If you haven't ever argued with someone, you're not close to them. Exactly. Like even something as simple as like, I love the sequel trilogy and I hate the sequel trilogy of Star Wars, right? Like you should be able to argue about that without suddenly having to be like, oh my god, you're the biggest idiot in the world. I don't know. This is just getting into Lev's arguments about life. I really appreciate the sentiment. The more I see of the world, the less I see things with clear lines drawn in black and white. The world is so much more colorful when you see things as a spectrum. This is very true. This is very true. Star Wars mentioned? Yeah, bro, I love Star Wars. I love Star Wars. I've been to Galaxy's Edge 3 times? Yeah. I've been to the Galaxy's Edge theme park like 3 times. Oh, wait. Do you want Lev lore? You want a little bit of Lev lore, and then I have to go because I have an interview coming up. So Lev lore is that I have been to Star Cruiser, which if you don't know what that is, that's totally fine. I've been to the Star Wars Hotel, which was only open for like a year before it closed. I think like my foot is in the background of a photo from some press person who went, because like when we went very early on and there were a lot of press people there, or like people who were like in the Star Wars influencer world. So like, yeah, not my body or my face, but like my shoe is in the background of someone's picture online. So yeah. Yeah, no, I went to the Star Cruiser. It was great. I got to fight the Empire with Chewbacca in the basement of the ship. It was great. It actually was really fun. I loved it. But I can understand why I closed. Okay, now we can be besties. I love Star Wars. Oh my god. Oh my god, I love Star Wars so much. It's so good. Yeah, no, before the last movie came out, my husband and I, we like binged all of the movies in a row so that we were prepared. This is the thing, whenever we go watch a new movie that's like a sequel to something, we will rewatch all of the movies that came before. Or if not, if we like it, we'll rewatch them immediately after. So like, for example, we went to watch the newest 28 Years Later movie, and it's so good. And we're gonna rewatch the first 28 Years Later movie and then rewatch the second 28 Years Later movie. Huh? When my brother got married, me and him sat his wife down to watch all of Star Wars because you haven't seen it. God, streamer drama is so dumb. I've seen so many situations where people trying to explain themselves or write docs that are hundreds of pages long. Okay, the hundreds of pages is too much. The hundreds of pages, no one's gonna read that. More is not more convincing. But I cannot do Star Wars, Star Trek TNG though. I do love Star Trek. Unfortunately, I am a inveterate Fujoshi. So my world into Star Trek is unfortunately Spurk. That is the lens through which I know anything about Star Trek. Good luck with your interview. I'm probably gonna pop out myself. Take care, everyone. Hope to catch another stream in the future. Okay, bye, Kyle. Have a good rest of your day. I'm gonna have to leave soon too. Movie night with Vanilla. Yeah, you guys need to watch Star Wars. It's so good. You have to watch it really sorta though. I don't feel like that strongly about that, but like I feel like kind of strongly about that. If you ever want to know how close you are to your partner, make a tier list of your top 10 disagreements / arguments. I mean, yeah. Honestly, we probably could do that. It would be really funny. There's like disagreements, arguments, like big ones, and then there's like pet peeves and stuff. If you have a healthy relationship, it's really fun / funny. It is. I'm sure it is. Yeah, I'll need to come up with a list. If you have an unhealthy relationship, you might not have a relationship after you're done with that. Honestly. Well, the thing is though, is that like you won't have, if you have a healthy relationship, all of your top 10 conflicts have been like discussed and maybe not like resolved in the sense that you now completely agree with each other, but like it's been settled in some way, right? It's a problem when you have conflicts and then they sort of just like we just argue at each other and then you don't say anything and then we pretend everything's fine the next day. Then yeah, the next time you bring it up, you're just gonna argue again, obviously. All right. I have to go because I have to prepare for my interview. Wish me luck. Wish me well. I need to eat something before I go too. Okay, don't be late. I know, I shouldn't be late. I shouldn't be late. I shouldn't be late. Okay, we're gonna raid my son. He's playing Resident Evil 7. He's doing the my favorite part of Resident Evil is the Tetrising of your equipment. I think that's so funny. I DM'd you a cookbook. Thanks, Winter. Get employed. You own this. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll be playing Cold of the Lamb, I think. I'll have to double check my calendar. Okay. Bye.